We're going to shoehorn in another Brockman segment. Can't have enough Chris Brockman, says very few people in our audience.
Some guy yesterday in the comments, I pulled a TJ. I was like reading the comments yesterday.
Don't do that.
Some guy said you should fire me. Like I was like, also said I was the worst person in sports media. I was like, wow.
Is it that guy? Is it that one guy whose name?
I don't know, but I was like,
there's a
worst?
few people.
I was like,
who
there's
really...
a few people worse than me, right?
Yeah. That's what this one guy said. This one guy said, "I saw."
By the way, what an attitude! Not saying, I'm actually good. It's not. There's got to be people worse than me.
It's just an easier way to answer it. Somebody was like, someone was like, they don't care anytime I give any of my schmucky opinions. I was like,
you got the word schmucky?
It was something like that. I was like, you got to like one or two of them. Like, come on.
Stop reading.
No, because that
stuff. I know, I did it. I did it. I fell into the hole yesterday.
I'm going to say this, though, with you guys and not reading comments. It's a good thing you weren't producers on Jimmy Kimmel when somebody said, hey, I've got an idea. Let's have celebrities read the mean stuff people tweet about them. You probably would have been like, no, don't do it. It's the signature Jimmy Kimmel piece, Rich.
If you read the comments, if I read the comments, I would know I'm a fat, old.
No one's ever called
bald,
you fat.
That's true. No, fat, old, and bald guy who doesn't know anything. And I am actually, I'm that anyway. But I have a much higher opinion of
just in your own house.
Yeah. They only call you old because you keep referencing your age. Like
I'm 50. No. I'm 53. That's not old.
I know, but you keep telling everybody you're old.
I got a lot of ish going on.
So much.
Christopher, are you ready?
Let's go, Brockman.
Who can I upset
give him more
today?
reason to
Let's
hate
go,
you.
people.
Okay, it is time for Chris Brockman's burning questions about teams 20 through 16 on his top 32 NFL list going into the 2022 season. Hit it, please.
Brockman's burning questions.
That's a fire.
That's a fire.
NFL Films music, please, Mr. Feller.
All right.
Thank you. You have the floor, Christopher.
All right, everybody, number 20, I'm looking at the Cleveland Browns. I have the Cleveland Browns at number 20. We know what's been going on with them. So my burning question is just, what will they look like when Deshaun Watson returns in Week 13? Can Jacoby Brissett keep this team above 500? They have a lot of talent on both sides of the football. We know how good that defense can be. Acquired Amari Cooper in the offseason. Just what are they going to look like in Week 13?
Meaning, what's the team's record and their health and everything when it's handed back to Deshaun Watson?
When Deshaun Watson, who could be a top 5 quarterback in this league, takes over the reins, what are they going to look like?
How about this for another twist on it? Burning question. Will Deshaun Watson return in Week 13? Will he actually meet the standards by which the NFL apparently will stand by when it's time to see if he's ready to come back? What will he say? Will he take responsibility, or will he still have another civil lawsuit standing out there that causes him to give mealy-mouthed answers because he might be somehow, some way, legally exposed?
Good use of mealy-mouth.
Honestly. That might be the question. Forget about the football. Will he come back at all this season?
I'm assuming, I'm a glass half full. I'm assuming he will meet all of those, and I'm just wondering.
You're just talking about football.
I'm just talking about football.
All right, well, I am as well. Will Jacoby Brissett start the whole damn season? What else you got? Who's 19 now?
19. We talked to the running back the other day, Rich. I'm looking at the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow,
no
that's low.
No DeAndre Hopkins for the first 6 games. Now that Kyler Murray has his stuff taken care of, how will they avoid another second half meltdown? Because that's been the MO of Cliff Kingsbury coach teams. It's been the MO of this team. We saw what they did in the playoff game last year against the Rams. It was not great, Bob. So how will they avoid another second half meltdown?
I'm going to flip the script and say, how can they start fast? How will they start fast without DeAndre Hopkins? Because their second half problems, you put that on the back burner, because if you don't start fast, then the second half problems will knock them out of the playoffs. They will not make it.
DeAndre getting up there in age, but they did acquire Marquise Brown in the offseason to
let's see how he does,
that.
because
so we'll
he had Lamar, and he did not shine to the point where he was a clear number 1 in this league.
Kyler a little better passer than Lamar. I think
if you put
agree.
everybody's list of number 1 wide receivers,
where does Marquise Brown rank?
He's below 20, don't you think?
Good question.
I mean, you'd put Seattle number 32 on this list. You'd put their number 1 wide receiver above Marquise Brown.
Yep. But if we flip quarterbacks, Seattle would be a lot higher on this list.
Who's 18?
Number 18, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really simple when I look at this team, Rich. It's all about the quarterbacks. How long will Mitch Trubisky fend off the inevitability of Kenny Pickett?
All right, that's a good question right there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. What are they going to do at their quarterback spot? I think it will definitely be Trubisky. I know that Mike Tomlin is being coy and making his announcement. I think it's going to be Kenny Pickett at some point.
Feels like it.
And you know, the first game is in Cincinnati. You're not starting a rookie there. Next game against New England, you're not starting a rookie there either, because that's how Belichick just eats quarterbacks for sport. That is the burning question. Is you know, or I guess writ large is, will Mike Tomlin
have a losing season
for the first time?
I think a lot of that depends.
I think they're going to be better than people
think,
and I think Trubisky will be better than people think. And I think they will have a winning season, and I think they're better than 18 on your list, Chris.
Will you get in the playoffs then?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I'm taking them out of the playoffs. I think they do miss it, but I don't think they have a losing record. Who's next, Chris?
Number 17, I had a tough time coming up with one for this team. It just goes to how little we're talking about them at all. It's the Tennessee Titans. And when I think about what they lost in the offseason, they lost A.J. Brown. So who will be this team's playmaker outside of Derrick Henry?
Traylon Burks. I answered it for you.
Really?
Yes. I think that
he hasn't shown much.
I know
far.
that. I know that. I think Traylon Burks will be that playmaker outside of Derrick Henry.
Interesting.
He's got the comp of A.J. Brown. I think he's going to be damn good, man. I like him. The burning question for me for the Tennessee Titans is, is this the end of Tannehill? Is this the end of his run? And does Malik Willis get some run in there if Tannehill struggles again?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's going to be an interesting Mike Vrabel conundrum all year long.
All right, last one, and I'm putting this team here just because there's a lot of question marks heading into the season. I do think they might, be higher, once we get the season cooking along. It's the Miami Dolphins. And my burning question for them is, will Tua be as good as Tyreek Hill is saying he is?
Bingo. Spot on.
Because Tyreek Hill is really saying that he's amazing, and we really haven't seen that yet. So as we head into the season, this is the big question.
That is it for the Miami Dolphins. Will Tua be as good as Tyreek Hill is saying he is? And, of course, is Mike McDaniel going to be able to be the game manager as well as we know he's a good game plan manager? What about a game manager when the game is on? Yeah, that's to me the questions for the Miami Dolphins for sure.
And I think they can be a playoff team. There's no reason why they can't be the second best team in the AFC East.
Hey,
and
man,
be one of the top 7.
They named Tua a captain.
First time.
Go figure that. They made him a captain.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, shocking.
By the way, that's a great line from Midnight Run. Go figure that.
I was on last night.
They made him a
captain. I watched
captain.
the last hour.
They made him a captain.
So good.
Go figure that. They made him a captain. All right, man.
Yeah.
Tua gets
the C.
Tua got named gets the C on his chest.
I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
That's it, man. Here we go. I mean, Tyreek's talking him up. The coach says he's thrown the most accurate ball he's ever seen. And he's been in San Francisco. He's been in Denver. He's seen a lot of accurate balls thrown.
It's crazy.
And he's made the captain. So he's got the check mark of his new game-breaking, game-changing wide receiver. He's got the check mark of his new coach. And he's got the check mark of his teammates. And he's always had the check mark here on the Rich Eisen Show. I just need to see. You know what the C, and I know this is terrible to say. The C needs to stand for salty. I know C is for cookie, but in this case, it needs to stand for salty. Tua, say it with your chest. This fall and then winter. Let's see it. Yes, the Miami Dolphins. Go figure that. They made Tua captain.